All right, hello there. My name is Justin Brooks. I'm just here as a second year marketing student now. I'm going into my second year, rating all my courses from first year. Lots of trauma, but there's a lot of pros also. So I'm just, giving my experience and hoping it benefits someone who does marketing or business management or whatever courses that I say that you can relate to. All right, so for disclaimer, I could pin this on my shirt. This is the Ulanzi J12 mic. So clear, right? But I like I rather holding it. I don't know. It just feels weird just sitting down and just talking to the camera. But anyways, what to say? My courses in first year. I feel like I made a couple of mistakes in terms of my studying, um, in terms of the courses I selected in my first semester. Apologies. Yeah, I feel like I chose all of my hard courses, all of my core courses. So like, as a student now, you have your your core courses, main courses, whatever they call them, and you'll have things called free electives. Free electives are just random courses which you can choose. Practically, that's my opinion. But your core courses are just courses you have to do because they're prerequisites to courses that you need in either second year or third year. I'd say in order to do like Psych 2000, I think you have to do Psych 1000. So you can't do Psych 2000 without Psych 1000. But in case I said the course number is wrong, I'll just have a little thing on the screen to, correct my faults. So yeah, so the prerequisites are like the courses you have to do in order to do the future courses that you take eventually. Yeah, the prerequisites is like a course you have to take before you can do a future course. So say for instance, in first year you do course A, and in second year you have to do course A2. So to do course A2 in second year, you have to have done course A in first year. Just an example as I'm using. So to do course A2, as I said, in second year, you must have already done course A in first year to be able to do course A2. And I hope I didn't lose anyone there. I'm not really good at explaining stuff. But yeah, I feel like I made a mistake in selecting my courses. I selected all of my core courses, the courses that you have to do in, in order to, I don't even know what I'm saying. The courses you just have to do. You have to do regardless of anything. Free electives, you can do anything you want to do unless the handbook tells you otherwise. So for my major specifically, the handbook reluctantly said you have to, or not you have to, it's recommended that you do psychology courses for your free electives. So it kind of felt like they were saying, you don't have to, but you have to. But realistically, you just have to. You get me? So I just did a couple of psychology courses. I am very conflicted with psych courses. They're just, I don't know. They can be fun at times, but just the reading. The reading is so much like I'ma just continue the story. But yeah. So let me list the courses I did in first year. Well, no, not first year, first semester. So I did Econ 1000, Econ 1005. Econ 1000 is Principles of Economics, I think. Econ 1005 is Statistics. And let me tell you something about stat. I'll get into that. But anyways, so the courses I did psychology, Psych 1000. I think that was intro to psychology or something or along that line. I don't remember. That's about three courses at least. I did accounts. I did ACCT. What was the course code? 1005. Yeah. And there was another course I did. What was the name of that course? I can't even remember. It's What other course did I do? It was a free elective, I think. Why can't I remember this course? Give me a second, let me think. I cannot remember this course, bro. Was it that unimportant? No, it couldn't have been. It must have been important. It was. Let me think. I remember it. It was. I'm on the check my phone. I completely forgot what course that was. My days. So, I remember the course. No, I had to check my phone. Embarrassing. That it was Caribsif. Foundation 1201, I think. I'll correct that if it's wrong. But yeah, those are the five courses. Let me start with Econ 1000. Why not? Principles of Economics. I hope that's what you call it. I really do. But anyways, it was a good course, it was really good. I did Econ in high school, not at the CSEC level, but I did it in like fourth form, I think. And it was a fun course, was a fun subject, I mean. So going into first year doing econ wasn't that bad, but there are things on in econ that I don't like, such as the graphs, too many graphs. Oh my gosh, too many graphs. But overall, it wasn't a horrible course. It was one of the easiest in my opinion. Reason being, most of the coursework, how do I say this now? You agree? Alright. How do I say this? You'll get quizzes. So you'll get several quizzes, which will the entirety of the quizzes will add up to 50% of your entire grade. And the quizzes are done over one of the buildings over the one of the buildings over MSBM, and you do it around a computer. And it's I can't remember how many questions we usually get. It was either five or six or something like that. So around that, like five or six questions, or probably it was more. I don't remember, but it's really not a lot of questions. And you have to just study, study, study. So it's weekly quizzes, and I got them on a Friday. They might change it around. I don't know. And it wasn't bad, But I will say, when you just read the book, read the notes that you get, because the questions come from literally anywhere. Like if you get a topic this week and you're getting the quiz on it Friday, just read the entire topic, even though it's just five questions or so. You see, when you keep losing these marks and you end up getting 20 out of the 50, that's not a good look. Going into the exam with that low is frightening, it's terrifying. But I got around 30 something overall. So to be clear again, let me just rerun everything I said. Weekly quizzes you get for that course, right? They all add up to 50% of your grade, at least in my time. And you get like five questions each, I think. Five or so questions for each quiz. And it's like if I get four out of the five, that's literally just 4%. And the other week, if I get three, 4 plus 3, 7. And you just keep counting, keep counting, keep counting until you finish every quiz and you count up how much you get. That's your grade so far. And then you have the finals, which is the other 50%, realistically. And if you mash up both of them, if you do well in the quizzes and then you go into the finals with a really good grade, then you're good. Because Uwi's pass mark, I think, is like 50%. And 50% looks really small, but let me tell you, are really easy to get. But let me tell you, it's not that easy. It's really not that easy. And I was surprised when I was scraping through some of these courses, let me tell you. But overall, Econ 1000, I would say I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. Yeah, there are things I didn't like, as I said, like the graphs, and it's really good to go to your tutorials because some of the questions it's kind of tricky, econ questions. But if you go to your tutorials, you go on YouTube especially. There's this guy on YouTube. I'll put his name somewhere in the video, but man, he saved me so many times. He goes over all of the topics for Econ 1000 and he does it really good. Always watch his videos before you go into a quiz. It's really good. Let me tell you. I'll put his name somewhere. I don't remember what his name is, but I'll find it and put it somewhere. But yeah, 8 out of 10. Okay. So, the next course. I'm trying to do this in order. Let's go with accounts. I'm gonna leave stats for last. But accounts, let me tell you. Accounts was not as hard as I expected it to be. And that's surprising, you know. I'm not an accounts person. I didn't really do it at C-Sec and Cape again. So it was a bit challenging to really understand what was going on. But I think honestly, if you go to the lectures, cause I don't remember my lecturer's name. She was a really nice person though. She was nice and she was always considerate and always helped us. Same goes to my tutor. Don't remember her name also. I really don't remember names. I'm really bad at that, but I will, yeah, just leave that at that. But really considerate people and I am slow at times, but they went through the topics really good. I think ending up to the, not ending up, reaching closer to the finals, the lecturer and the tutor, they were really clutching in. Like I tell you, I remember they were posting videos as to how you can approach certain questions, had online sessions, all of those things. So honestly, just pray that you get the lecture that I had because honestly, amazing. But it's not a hard course because as I said, I am horrible at accounts, but I watch the videos, I practice. You have to just practice. These number related courses are math courses. You have to practice. You have to memorize how to write the things in the table. I sound so unprofessional, write the things in the table, which I know. But you have to just memorize stuff, memorize the formats and stuff, and you will literally be good. Like I'm telling you, if you memorize how to do certain things, you're good. And I think the finals, I don't know if they're gonna do it like this way this year, but you get to choose some of the questions that you want to do. So they'll give you like 10 questions, or not, probably not that much, but they'll give you some questions and you can literally choose which ones you want to attempt because they're really long to attempt. It takes a good while to really do all of them. So you have that chance gladly. So you can, going into the finals, you can just prepare for certain topics that you know you want to attempt in the finals and you'll be good. The mid semester wasn't that bad in my opinion, but just study, practice, and don't be afraid of this because even the dunces person like me, well, not like me, I'm not going to claim that I'm dunce, but even the slowest person like me can pass. If I can pass, you can pass too. That's all I'm gonna say. But to rate accounts, I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. Probably a 7. I'm gonna give it a 7. Leave it at a 7 out of 10. Yeah. Could be better, but it wasn't bad at all. It was not bad. 7.5. Alright, let me just go to stats. No, psychology 1000. Psych 1000. I'm gonna give my ratings from now. I'm like, you know what? No, let me wait until the end of the video. Sorry about that. So yeah, Psych 1000. Psych 1000. It wasn't horrible. Again, just a lot of reading. Let me tell you, a lot of reading. The lecture was the lectures are so long for this course. I think the lectures are like, was it 3 hours? I think it's 3 hours. Like 3 hours hard, you know? Like to be in a class for that long, I don't think I've ever spent the entirety of the 3 hours. But I think she lets you out a little bit earlier still, depending on the lecturer. But I don't think that actually got to the 3 hours. But just the idea of it being 3 hours, man, that's crazy. But I scraped through that course, which was on me. Honestly, it wasn't a hard course, but it was my fault. I'll take accountability. It was my fault as to why that happened. Um, what to say? What to say? It's a lot of I think it's 100 multiple choice. 100 for the mid semester, 100 for the finals, if I'm not mistaken. So that's kind of long. Like sitting down doing 100 multiple choice. Like, mm, when you reach 30 and you realize you have 70 more, like, oh, that rough. That rough, that rough, that rough, that rough. But it's doable. Just read, read, read. My advice: read, 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 read and read somewhere, and read again, because it's really just memorizing the information. I don't like reading, and I took the course lightly because I saw it was multiple choice, and that was my biggest mistake. So I passed, yes, but I could have done way better, and I am at fault. But Racing Psychology 1000, um, I'm gonna give it a 6.5. 6.5 because I don't like reading. Yeah, I don't like reading, so that's why I'm going to give it the 6.5. But the lecturer is really nice, though. She's a really nice person. Or at least my lecturer. I don't know why I keep saying the lecturer like it's only one lecturer. But yeah, my lecturer was really nice. So I would have given it a higher score, but I just don't like reading, so I'm gonna leave it there. But respect the lecturer still. Stats. I'm gonna rate it from now 3 out of 10. It would be lower, but I passed. But just rating it 3 out of 10. I've had hard times in my life, but some of the hardest were during this course. Um, I'm not a math person, and I'm talking about soci stats. Or is it soci stats? I don't even know. Econ 1005. That's the course code. Um, what can I say? I struggled very much with this course. I struggled. My friends struggled. I'm a friend because I don't really have much friends in that course. But it was really difficult, I must say. You'll get some YouTube videos specific to the course. The lecturer has some, or I think, I don't remember. Yeah, there are some videos you'll get, and you will have the lectures. You'll have the lectures to go to. But I lost track of everything. I didn't go to like 2 classes, and I was way behind. Way, way behind. But I failed the first mid semester, and surprisingly, I actually felt confident going into it. Very confident. So, when I saw the grade, I was a bit disappointed. You'll get quizzes, some time quizzes. Um, you'll get some quizzes for this course, but they're also difficult because it's timed. Um, but yeah, um, mm, I will say what saved me for this course was actually the lecturer. The lecturer saved me for this course. Let me tell you why. I failed the first mid semester, and I was not doing the best for the quizzes, but just doing okay. I wasn't really fail. I did fail like a couple, but I wasn't doing horrible. But I was going into the mid semester too was a bit close to the finals, and with a low grade going into both, you kind of feel not the best. You get me? Testing. But yeah, as I'm saying, going into it, you kind of feel distraught, especially because you feel the first one which you were confident about, the second one you weren't that confident about at all. But I went to the lecturer's office hours, you get me? And I thought it was gonna be packed. I don't know why I've never went there. Just never had the time. Although I do have the time, I just never had it at the same time. But I went. I got curious and I went. I was in desperate, needed desperate help to pass. So I went to her office hours. I don't even know what the questions that I want to ask, but I went there. You get me? And it was only like three other persons there, and she was going through a question, and I was there, and I'm like, oh wow, this was actually what was supposed to happen. This was actually what I was supposed to do. I was doing the opposite of this, and then things just started to click. You get me? And I was still not there where I wanted to be, cause it's the first office hours. That's where you go to the lecturer's office and ask questions, ask for help on things you might not be sure about. So the office hours is different from the tutorial. Tutorial is just a tutor that comes in. Usually the tutor is a student as well that's probably in their last year or graduated already or something. Office hours is just the lecturer. And I went back again. So I before I went back I made sure I read over, I attempted questions, I watched the videos. So when I went back there I felt a bit more sharp, you know. Went there, I could actually help the other students that were there. And I'm like, wow, look at me. And the lecturer, what she was saying now was actually making sense to me. And I'm like, oh, damn, I may actually pass this course. So I did the mid semester too. And the grades didn't come out for a while. And I was just there fretting. I was worried. I'm like, damn, I wonder if I fail. Because if I fail the mid semester too, it didn't make sense to go to the finals. And I got the grades and I passed. I was shocked. I'm like, whoa, I passed. Like, it was the most amazing feeling I felt during university so far. And went into the finals, went back to one of the last office hours. Going to the finals, destroyed that finals. I tore up that paper, not necessarily clearly, but I did my best and I came out. Grades officially came out a good while after, and I passed that course. I destroyed, well, not destroyed because it was not high of a grade, but seeing that I failed so many things before and I came back and I passed it, it was wonderful, wonderful feeling. So I would advise you guys go to the office hours. Just trust me, it will help you. I promise. Or if it doesn't, hush, but it helped me. That's all I'm saying. How I would rate the course based on, I'm gonna rate the course in two different ways, based on difficulty and based off my experience. On difficulty, I would say a 3 out of 10. I'm gonna stick with a 3. Wait, does that even make sense? Yeah, I don't know. But anyways, 3 out of 10 based off that. But based off my triumph in this course, my success, I would say a solid 6, which is way more than a 3. Just saying. But would I do it again? No. But pick up the lecturer still. Yeah. Okay, and I feel like did I do all the courses? I feel like I'm leaving out another course. Carib Civ, yes. Foundation course. Solid 8.5 for me. It wasn't that hard for me. Um, you have to write. I think you have to write. You, I forgot how do you do this course. I think you'll have to read a book, and I'm not sure what book they'll give you, but you have to read a book and you have to basically write about it, write about the themes in the book. You'll understand what I mean when you actually do it. So it's a lot of writing, and there was this project. Can't remember what this project was about. What was the project about? My memory is so bad, you know. Hmm. The project was about. Was it even a group project? Yes, it was a group project. So there's a group project, I think. So once you do well on both, you'll be alright. But don't procrastinate. Let me tell you, do not procrastinate writing about the themes because a lot of people did that and the deadline has to be pushed back because a lot of people couldn't get to finish it in time and the lecturer was actually considerate. So do not procrastinate that. Write it as soon as you can. And if it don't make sense, just still write and you can brush it up later on. Overall, 8 out of 10, I would give that. I don't really have much to say about it. But yeah, I'm gonna just speed this up because I'm kind of tired talking now. Semester 2, I did tourism, tour 1000. I'm gonna just give that a solid 7 out of 10. You got a group work, you got another assignment that's individual, and then you have the finals. So once you do well on the group work and the individual work, it's not that hard to be honest to me. This some come from. It's not that hard to me. So once you do well and you do it on time, you'll be alright. The exam, just study as much as you can. It's a lot of notes, let me tell you, but you'll be okay. 7 out of 10, I'll give that. Wasn't a bad course. MGMT, I don't remember what that name. I think it's Intro to Entrep or Introduction to Entrepreneurship, something something. I'll have the code somewhere here. I think it's MGMT 2224 though. But that course, one of the best electives in my opinion. It's you have a group work or you have two group works and then I think it's an online assignment or online quiz or something. Yeah. So that's literally all there is. And you'll be fine. It was really easy to be honest, like really easy. I passed it. I got a good grade on it, and yeah, really curved up my GPA. So I would recommend doing that course for a free elective. So I'm gonna give that a solid 9 out of 10. MKTG 2001, I think. Principles of Marketing. I may tell you, this is a course you can definitely have an elective in because my oh my was it good. That's my favorite course to this date. I don't think I've ever loved that subject this much, but I loved it. It was amazing. The lecturer was so cool. He's such a cool dude, honestly. But yeah, like it's really not that hard. Even if you're not a marketing major, it's really just common sense and reading over the notes that you get. And what I rate about this guy is that he uses real life scenarios and implement them into the course. And like it's just amazing how he does it in my opinion. It's 10 out of 10 for sure. 10 out of 10 for that course. So and it's like you don't necessarily have to go to the lecture the lectures, but he specifically talks about stuff in class and then it comes back on the exam. So you probably should go. And honestly, it's actually a fun class. So I think it makes sense that you go to that course. So as I said, 10 out of 10. I got a A minus, I think. So go there. What other course did I do? Crit. 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 Critical reading and writing. Mm, not gonna talk about it. Um, I won't talk about crits. I'll leave it there. My rating, negative 1 out of 10. Um, I didn't like it, and I'm not gonna talk about it. But I'll pray for you, whoever does it. Next course. Oh, the next course. Oh yes, I did another psychology course, but I don't remember what it's called. I'll have it somewhere on the screen again. Had to do with, was it industrial and organizational psychology, something like that. I like the course, you know. It was, I wouldn't say it was fun, but it wasn't that hard to me, especially my major. It had a lot to do with psychology in the workplace and other things like that. So just read, and you'll be fine. And there's also common sense you can also use in it. So I'd rate it a 7.5 out of 10. Yeah, same multiple choice again for the exams. So it wasn't that bad. I think that's it. I don't think I left out anything. But my advice is try and mix up the courses because, or however you decide, because honestly, I picked, you see, I picked all my core courses in my first semester, and it was very hard to deal with because when you have econ, stats, accounts at the same time, it's really difficult to balance, you know, because you either have a quiz or you have two quizzes in the same week or three or you have a lot of assignments. It's really hard. See if you can balance it with an easier course or balance it with a free elective, that would be good. But if you can somehow manage all of them at once, fine. Do you? Once you can pass it, that's cool. But that was my mistake, picking all of the harder courses in my first semester, and I didn't have much guidance. I don't know if I didn't go to the academic advising or something. Probably I didn't. Maybe I did. I don't remember. But I just won't want anyone to go down that road again. But just study, work. That's the best advice I could give anyone because when you procrastinate and you choose fun over the schoolwork and it's deadline day and your grade, it's impossible for you to pass regardless if you do the finals. That's not a good look and it's really devastating. Lots of waste money right there. So do you guys just do your best, and I hope and I pray that it goes well. I'll be back in God's will for the second year course reviews. But overall, my first year wasn't horrible. Marketing is a really nice major to have. Our whatever, yeah, especially the ones in society, they're really fun, but and difficult, but fun is there too. But do the best you can. Try and get internships. Try and just try and make sure you're seen, like especially by the lecturer, because it's really good to get some recommendation from them when they know you and knows that you're a good person and you know you're ready. So all the best, and yeah, that's all I can say. Good luck.